Hey everyone, welcome back to Well-Being Watchmen, the place where we dive into topics that matter. And today, we're tackling something that's been buzzing around, vaping. Now, before we get started, if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our community for more insightful discussions. All right, let's jump right in. So, what exactly is vaping? You've probably heard about it, seen people do it. But what's the deal? Well, vaping is a method of inhaling and exhaling vapor produced by an electronic device. And these devices come in all shapes and sizes. From sleek pens to more advanced mods, the options seem endless. And here's the cool part. Instead of burning tobacco like in traditional cigarettes, vaping devices heat an e-liquid, often containing nicotine, creating that vapor we talk about. It's like a tech-savvy alternative to smoking. Now, before we go further, let's clear the air about some common misconceptions surrounding vaping. Myth 1. E-cigarettes give you popcorn lung. One of the most commonly held concerns is that e-cigarettes might cause popcorn lung. This came about because some flavorings used in e-liquids to provide a buttery flavor contain the chemical diacetyl, which at very high levels of exposure has been associated with the serious lung disease bronchiolitis obliterans. The condition gained its popular name because it was initially observed among workers in a popcorn factory. However, diacetyl is banned as an ingredient from e-cigarettes and e-liquids in the UK. It had been detected in some e-liquid flavorings in the past, but at levels hundreds of times lower than in cigarette smoke. Even at these levels, smoking is not a major risk factor for this rare disease. Myth 2. E-cigarettes aren't regulated and we don't know what's in them. The UK has some of the strictest regulation for e-cigarettes in the world. Under the Tobacco and Related Products Regulations 2016, e-cigarette products are subject to minimum standards of quality and safety, as well as packaging and labeling requirements to provide consumers with the information they need to make informed choices. All products must be notified by manufacturers to the UK, Medicines and Healthcare Products, Regulatory Agency, MHRA, with detailed information including the listing of all ingredients. Myth 3. E-cigarettes must be harmful as they contain nicotine. 4 out of 10 smokers and ex-smokers wrongly think nicotine causes most of the tobacco smoking-related cancer, when evidence shows nicotine actually carries minimal risk of harm to health. Although nicotine is the reason people become addicted to smoking, it is the thousands of other chemicals contained in cigarette smoke that causes almost all of the harm. E-cigarette vapor does not contain tar or carbon monoxide, two of the most harmful elements in tobacco smoke. It does contain some chemicals also found in tobacco smoke, but at much lower levels. Myth 4. Exposure to e-cigarette vapor is harmful to bystanders. The evidence is clear that exposure to secondhand smoke is harmful, which is why the UK has laws prohibiting smoking in enclosed public places and workplaces. These laws do not cover vaping, and organizations are free to make their own policies on the use of e-cigarettes on their premises. E-cigarette liquid is typically composed of nicotine, propylene glycol and/or glycerine, and flavorings. Unlike cigarettes, there is no side stream vapor emitted by an e-cigarette into the atmosphere, just the exhaled aerosol. PHE's 2018 evidence review found that, to date, there have been no identified health risk of passive vaping to the health of bystanders. People with asthma and other respiratory conditions can be sensitive to a range of environmental irritants, as well as pollen and cold air, and PHE advises organizations to take this into account and to make adjustments where appropriate when making their own policies on the use of e-cigarettes. Myth 5. E-cigarettes will lead young people into smoking. Our latest report found no evidence so far to support the concern that e-cigarettes are a route into smoking among young people. UK surveys show that young people are experimenting with e-cigarettes, but regular use is rare and confined almost entirely to those who already smoke. Meanwhile, smoking rates among young people in the UK continue to decline. There is also no evidence to support the assertion that vaping is normalizing smoking. In the years when adult and youth vaping in the UK were increasing, the numbers of young people believing that it was not okay to smoke was accelerating. Of course, PHE will continue to monitor the trends in e-cigarette use alongside those in smoking. Myth 6. E-cigarettes are being used as a Trojan horse, so the tobacco industry can keep people smoking. There is currently no evidence to suggest that e-cigarettes are encouraging people to continue smoking. The picture in the UK suggests the opposite. The proportion of e-cigarette users who are ex-smokers has been increasing over recent years. Of the 3.2 million adult e-cigarette users in the UK, more than half have completely stopped smoking. A further 770,000 have given up both smoking and vaping. At the same time, quit success rates have been improving, and we're seeing an accelerated drop in smoking rates, currently at a record low of 14.9% in England. But with all of what I have just said to you, vaping and e-liquid are still new, and more studies must be done to clear the view of vaping. Still, vaping is dangerous. And what I did is the latest research. Stick around for more. Beware of smokes. In general, anything but oxygen is harmful. Alright, myth-busting time. Vaping is not the same as smoking, and it's not completely risk-free. We're here to explore the facts and give you the lowdown on what's what. So, stick around as we dive deeper into the world of vaping. Alright folks, now that we've got the basics down, let's talk about something crucial: the health impact of vaping. We're going to explore the potential risks involved, and it's important to be well informed. Knowledge is power, right? We're diving into the nitty-gritty, looking at recent research findings and studies on how vaping can affect our health. It's not all sunshine and rainbows, and we want to make sure you have the facts. Now, let's shift gears a bit and talk about the trends and culture surrounding vaping. It's a fascinating world with its own quirks and uniqueness. Have you ever wondered what's trending in the vaping community? From new flavors to cutting-edge devices, the vaping community is always buzzing with excitement. And hey, we might throw in a few surprising facts about the industry that you didn't see coming. Stick around. Alright, we're reaching the end of our journey, but before you go, we've got some important tips on safer vaping practices and potential alternatives for those looking to make a change. 1. Don't use nicotine unless addicted. 2. Only buy from reputable retailers. 3. Ensure e-liquid is diacetyl-free. Don't use e-liquid that contain THC. 5. Don't set temp to high burn coils. 6. Don't modify your e-liquid. We care about your well-being, and we want you to make informed decisions. So, whether you're a seasoned vapor or just curious about the whole scene, we've got something for you. Stay tuned for these practical tips. That wraps up our deep dive into the world of vaping. I hope you found this journey as enlightening as I did. Remember, knowledge empowers us to make better choices. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content, and share your thoughts in the comments. I'll catch you in the next one.